Greetings everyone, welcome to Chess Advanced, and this game is from the US Chess Cup. With the white pieces we have Nodirbek Abusatoro, and with the black pieces we have Gukesh, the current world champion and also one of the most amazing players. So this game is going to be one hell of a game. So without further ado, let's start with this game. We have d4 by Nodirbek, and we have knight to f6 by Gukesh, c4, e6, and just knight to c3. We have bishop to b4, but here just queen to c2. And here we have d5 immediately striking in the center by Gukesh. We have a3 by Nodirbek, pushing the bishop back, or in this case just bishop captures. And here just queen captures, but here just castles by Kesh, and we have knight to f3, knight bd7, and bishop to g5. Just getting that bishop in. We have b6, but here just c captures, e captures, and here just e3. We have c5, bishop to b5, but just h6, and we have this bishop to h4, but just a5. And now comes bishop to c6. Very weird move, because what are you doing with that bishop there? Because you're gonna have to bring it back, because now just the rook moves, and now rook is gonna be there to harass the bishop. But now just d captures. We have b captures, bishop captures on d7, and here just rook captures. We have queen captures on c5. And here in this position, you have to be very much careful. You have to understand that your king is still in the center. Your king is still in the center. It's going to be very much difficult if you're somehow constricted of casting. And here Nodirbek should have understood that, but in this position he goes for bishop to a6. And now Gukesh, you're just never castling in this position. If you castle here, this comes and your game is completely over, so you cannot do that either. And here just queen to d4, just trying to do something about that, because I mean, you can do this, but it's just not going to work, because whatever you do you're going to be just a one tempo shot. And here just g5, just trying to attack immediately, because king is still in the center. You're gonna have to get all that knight and push all those pawns, get the rooks into the game, attack, and it's gonna be one hell of a game. So here just bishop g3, but here just knight to e4, and now it's looking very very difficult for Nodirbek to do anything in this position. Engine says it's still a draw, but no one in their right mind would ever go for this. And in this position here, the best move for Nodirbek was just to go for this knight to e5, attack the rook, because that's how you should play. You should attack, you should reply you should reply for attack with an attack. And here after rook to c7, you play knight to g6. A beautiful sacrifice, because now once you capture, you play this bishop captures. And yes, after queen captures, this position should be held to a draw, because here after queen captures on d5, queen blocks. You cannot capture here, because this would lead to a very devastating checkmate. So here just queen captures on f7, but here after rook captures, you get this f3. And here after knight to c7, you play b4. And here after just knight to d3 check, king moves, and just rook. Now you're threatening very very nasty moves, but here just king to c3, rook to c7, king to d2. And here after a4, you'll have this game, which is much better than what we previously saw, and it's most likely going to end in a draw, but black is the one who's better here. But here after knight to e4, we saw rook to c1, and now it's getting very very dangerous for Nodirbek. He's entering into territory where he should not have right from the opening. But here just queen to a8, and now it's going to be very much difficult, because here queen to d1 was played, trying to do something. I don't know what his idea was, just putting the queen back again from there. But here just rook to c8, and now you understand that what's coming is about to be devastating, because here just knight to d4 was played, but just knight to c5, and that knight is going to be jumping there. So there's very little you can do about that. We have rook to c2, just trying to not get forked, but here just a4. So here in this position, he tries king to d2, but this just doesn't work. Trying to go to the other side of the board, just artificially castling. This is just not going to work, because you're just a few tempos short. We have rook to g7, and now it's looking very very dim, because here just queen to c1 was played, but now comes f3. And now in this position, just queen to just f now in this position just f3, but now here just queen to a5 check, and now comes king to d1. And now how are you ever going to get out of this place? Because all of this is just absolutely insane, because I don't know what can you do in this position. Such a bad position that you never want to face right after the opening. Here knight to b3 was tried, attacking the queen, but we have bishop to e1 attacking black's queen. But now here just queen to a6, and there is pretty much nothing you can do. I mean, you can see that this knight is controlling a lot of squares. Even if you move here, you can understand that any one of these moves is just gonna obliterate your entire position. So here it was on this move, on just move 27, that Gukesh won this spectacular game, and Nodirbek resigned. I mean, in beating a super GM in just 27 moves is absolutely insane. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back with such amazing games, so stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys very very soon. Thank you all.